This is going to be GJC's hot take. Ain't no one looking at the self-promo channel in any of the Discords. Raise your hand if you actually look at the self-promo channels on a regular basis in Discords.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's get it started. All right, guys. This week, we're going to talk about self-promo. I thought this was something that kind of came up at the end of last week's episode, and I didn't know how you guys understood it, or I don't know if I really got my point across. I was trying to get my point across, and it seemed to resonate a lot, especially with members of the studio who thought I pointed out some great things. I've been in touch with a few people. Enders, obviously, who's pretty much always been my #1 supporter. He's amazing. And then, you know, I've talked to Pixel a little, too. He's been reaching out, giving me some good feedback. So, self-promo. What exactly is that? Well, let's just look at it. It's self-promotion, right? You're essentially trying to get the word out about who it is that you are, what your stream's about, things like that, right? We'll start out with like the basics. Why is it important? With so many people on Twitch, millions of people on Twitch watching it, and almost just as many streamers out there, it's very difficult for you to be discovered. Discoverability on Twitch, as we know it, is like 0 to none. You just can't be discovered. That's not where you are to go to be discovered. You have to be discovered through other platforms, right? But what do you do on Twitch, right? There's almost a universal rule, and you know, there's these things called Twitch etiquette, you know? The probably #1 universal rule of Twitch etiquette is no self-promo. You see that in people's rules all the time. No self-promo, meaning like, don't talk about other people's stream, don't talk about your stream while you're in my stream. There's a very territorial feel of like, you're gonna steal my views if you do that. Like, don't come into my channel being like, I'm live, obviously. You know, there's a lot of things like that like drive people insane, right? While you're streaming, somebody else is coming in here and being like, hey, check me out, I'm playing the same game, I'm also live, blah, blah, blah. It feels like you're trying to steal somebody's audience, right? And that is just incredibly frowned upon. Also, in general, if it happened to you, you wouldn't like it, right? So that's just Twitch in general. Most streamers do not support self-promotion and don't want you coming into the stream talking about your stream or anyone else's stream. They just want you to talk about their stream, right? And, you know, the way I see it, that is, as far as rules like that, that is your house. Your stream is your house. Most people stream from their home, unless they're fancy and they have some weird office offsite. But in general, people streaming from their home. You don't come into somebody else's house and tell them how to do things. Hey, Nurak, how you doing? Yeah, for me, it's just rude. Exactly. Nurak's like, that's just rude. Like, first of all, we're not even talking about this topic of somebody else's stream. Unless I'm the one to bring up somebody else's stream, it feels rude coming into somebody's house and dictating and being like, there's another thing going on at the same time, right? So in general, that's the general consensus in the Twitch realm of things, right? That you don't self-promote. That's probably the #1 rule. However, there's a big asterisk behind that. However, we're talking about how it relates to you in marbles, right? And we all know that it's important for you to self-promote. You have to, right? Or else there's no one else who's going to promote for you. So what are some of the avenues you could do? What is something that you can do, at least in the realm of marbles, that works out? I'm going to tell you my perspective as far as marbles go, all right? So you understand there's no discoverability on Twitch. You can't be found. You have to promote somehow. So how do you do it? Basic rules, you can't do it on Twitch. So it's like gatekeeping. You can't promote and get bigger until you go into somebody else's stream and get noticed, right? And you can't get noticed unless you're promoting yourself. So it seems like it's an oxymoron cycle. It's like gatekeeping. There's no way for anyone to grow, right? So how do you do it? Well, I'm going to bring you the perspective of marbles, all right? And just like my history, of course, I always like to bring in a little bit of history lesson to it. When I first started playing marbles, and this is what's crazy, is when I first started playing marbles, back in my day, this is my boomer story, back in my day, in marbles, we had endless self-promotion. You could self-promote all you want, pretty much. Like, there was no problems with it. Why? Because back in the day, you needed 7 marbles, at least when I started. You needed 7 marbles to qualify for a race. So a lot of the grinders who were also streamers were playing the same time while they were streaming. That was like the majority of us played while streaming, meaning we weren't just playing in our channel. We played in like up to 20 channels at a time, if not more. If our computer can handle it, we play in more. So we'd be playing in 20 other streamers' channels the same time we're streaming while we're playing. And all those streamers were probably playing in our channels, and it was just like we were doing a giant co-op with each other, and that had that really interesting community feel, especially among the streamers. So I sign up, for example, and I can't, I only got like 2-3 marbles, I just started, I'm a small time streamer, and, I'm trying to get races in, but I can't get any qualified races. Suddenly I got these streamers who are coming in, who are huge streamers, well-established marble streamers coming in, trying to get in my races, trying to help me qualify for my races, shouting me out every single time I'm online, just because they need more marbles onto my stream so that we can all get points together, right? Because of that overarching history that marbles has of playing while you're streaming and helping each other out and helping promote each other streams, because we needed the 7 marbles to qualify for races, that attitude has carried over kind of to this day. I'm sure a lot of people coming into marbles see that like we operate sort of on a different set of rules as far as self-promotion in marbles, right? I don't know if you noticed that. The OGs, the guys who've been here as long as I have, maybe even longer, or started relatively around the same time I did, all have the same mentality, I think, in general. They have zero fear of like you coming in and self-promoting. As long as you're doing it politely, as long as you're not doing it in a way to try to steal somebody's views or stuff like that, and as long as you kind of know me already. Like, don't just come in right away and be like, yo, I'm also live, Like we'll get to that. How do you ease into that? So because we have that history, that shared past in the marbles community, self-promotion is looked at in a different light in marbles than it is in anywhere else on Twitch. Because the hardcore streamers and hardcore grinders in the beginning all helped each other out and all promoted each other, and it never felt like if I went to somebody's stream, one of my friends' streams, OG streams, and said I was live at the same time, that I was self-promoting. They told me to do that. They would be like, GJC, when you go live, just drop in, let me know you're live as well. And they would always check if I was playing in their stream, if I was live or not. Before I could even respond, they turn up my page and be like, is GJC live? Okay, let's get to some of these things. I think the same kind of Finnish community, because it's kind of small. Right, it's small and we all need help. Right, Nurak, you're absolutely right. There's not as many in a smaller community like the Finnish community. That seems to make a lot of sense. Same thing with marbles. We're a smaller community in general, right? So most of us all know each other. I'm new. Just got in with the grind and just talking and being near in every stream I can. Exactly. So Nurak is kind of segueing into what we're going to talk about as far as how do you ease into that. The Cybernetic Kraken is right. You build a relationship and other streamers will be happy to help you exactly if you do that. So why is marbles different? How do we ease into that? And how do we understand how it works in marbles? And you have to understand is the history behind that is we started off in a community that needed to help each other in order to help the game grow and to help each other grow and the community grow. So because of the seeds of that, we're not as scared to help promote other streamers who are coming up. That's just the way it is. As a matter of fact, there's some of us who's I would dare say is known for doing that, for helping small streamers grow. The one that comes off the top of my head who's still around and who's amazing is Niffer. Niffer is like, man, she is like, if there was a mother of marble streamers, she would be the mother of marble streamers. She individually has gone out and nurtured so many small time big like streamers who have started single-handedly. I learned a lot of what I learned about helping other streamers grow and nurturing new streamers from her. So I just want to give her a shout out. She's somebody who helped me grow. There's so many people who did, but that's someone who I know puts a point in helping new streamers become veterans kind of and help them build up a following and maybe even get affiliate. I know she's responsible for a lot of people, helping a lot of people get affiliate, right? So that's the attitude that we have in general, and I think that carries over to a lot of us in the marbles community. Now, next thing, easing yourself into that opportunity to self-promote, right? Because like I said, you don't want to just like slide into someone's chat and be like, yo, hi, I'm GJC, I play marbles, come watch me right now, right? How does that work? Cybernetic Kraken says you build a relationship, right? This is not just building a relationship with the streamer. You build a relationship within that community as well. You have to sort of watch that person, get to know who they are, watch their community, get a feel for it, see who is in there. Is this community actually even the right community that you want the same people coming to watch you? You know what I'm saying? That's actually very important. I think at the beginning you might be desperate and you're like, I'll take anyone, right? And that's true in general. Marbles is very inclusive. We want as many people of all shapes, colors, sizes, backgrounds joining in. It doesn't matter to us. Everyone in the end is just a marble, right? Like in that sense, we're all marbles, right? So that's what's amazing. It doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. You can play the game, right? And that's the inclusive part about it. But the question is their community something that could gel with mine? You always have to consider that as well. So get to know the person, get to know their community, right? You're like, well, but I'm like eager and I'm hardcore. I'm trying to like get myself growing and started already. And like, I want to just like get in there with a big splash, right? Right. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. Now you're like, how am I going to do that with like the marbles community? And this is something we talk about a lot is that a lot of people, I was playing in other people's streams while I was streaming, right? But we don't do that. That's not something that we do as much anymore. That's kind of like for a lot of reasons. For me, it's technical reasons. My computer can't handle it, really. But a lot of marble streamers start off as grinders, actually. That is like maybe my number one suggestion is that if you ever thought about streaming marbles, that you actually start off as a racer to go around to all the different streams and get to yourself known in the community in that way. Because I can guarantee immediately that as soon as you say I'm considering streaming marbles, like the majority of those people will be like, let me know. Like, if you're going to start streaming marbles, let me know. Like, I'm going to shout you out because you were here all this time supporting me as a viewer. The most I could do for you, the least I could do for you is to pay that forward. And when you become a streamer, get you a few follows and help you become an affiliate. So that's the number one thing. This is go to around the community, right? This is like networking kind of. And, people will always tell you on YouTube, oh, like networking is important. And like on Twitch, like advice for how to grow. Oh, networking is so important. This is the one game, in my opinion, that networking has like proven genuine like numbers and facts that like by being a viewer in marbles and by supporting other streamers and actually going into the community, it in turns reflects on how well you will build your own brand and your own community, right? And when you start streaming. Let's see. I have Nurak saying, yeah, pick the right community. If a chill streamer, take chill. Yeah, exactly. And also pick communities what you really enjoy. Otherwise, you won't enjoy them. I have 30 plus players before I started first stream just because I was in every... Exactly. Nurak is somebody who went around marbles and got to know the community and got his name out there. So that's the number one way at marbles is become a viewer, become a grinder, go out. You don't even need to be a grinder and climb for the leaderboard. Just go into other people's channels, hang out with them a little, play some marbles. You're obviously interested in marbles enough to stream it, so I assume you enjoy it enough just to play it on a casual level, if not, competitively, right? So that's like a great way to get yourself out there. That's technically how I got myself out there, is I went out to a lot of different streamers' channels and played in their channels while I was streaming, and like even when I wasn't streaming. So I hang out, right, and with my friends who are other marble streamers, and that's the easiest way. Marble team, a great way to get to know other marble streamers and stuff like that. Classroom sessions, anything on Discord, right? Those are all ways of hanging out with the community. So that's like one way to ease yourself. Another avenue to ease yourself into the marbles community, I would say, is actually, this is something people don't think about, track building. I never realized how much I could get my name out there by building tracks. And I hear, like, when I first started track building, I always thought it was like, I had no idea how popular and well known I would get for being a track builder. When I became a track builder, there's a noticeable like recognition of my name. Probably one of the other ways you can ease into it. If you're not like a huge grinder or something like that, but you're very artistic, track building, I think, is a great way to get your name out there. A lot of people recognized my name because of the tracks I built. So that's just like another avenue. So we're looking at these now very like almost backdoor ways of self-promoting, right? First, you become somebody, you help support someone's community. Then you become larger in the larger community. You want to get your name out there, build some tracks, make some tracks, beautiful tracks that grinders will want to play or other racers or streamers will want to play in. And then you get your name out there, right? That's another way that we're thinking about. People have a lot of things like Discords and other things that are kind of secondary ways for you to interact with the community. And Sesmita brought that up. Self-promo channels in Discord. Here's something I'm going to tell you about self-promo channels in Discord. And this is going to be like, this is going to be GJC's hot take. Ain't no one looking at the self-promo channel in any of the Discords. Raise your hand if you actually look at the self-promo channels on a regular basis in Discords, all right? And I'm going to put an asterisk behind that because, yes, there are. The vast majority of people are not looking at self-promo channels in Discords. You know who is looking in that self-promo channel in Discord? The person who owns that Discord. I look at who promotes in my self-promo channel because it's my Discord. I'm responsible for what's on it, right? So I'm not going to, like, ignore a post. My Discord is not so popular and popping off every 5 seconds that I can't read everything. I could read everything somebody posts on my channel, especially in self-promo channel. People who I didn't know streamed posted in my self-promo channel, and I found them through that. And then later on, I'd be like, oh, I have an opportunity to shout this person out. I'm going to do that. So other streamers who don't own that Discord server, I can't guarantee they'll look at your channel, the other people's self-promo channel. But the person who owns that Discord server, you better believe they look at that self-promo channel. All right? So that is another way for you to get your name out there, to let kind of like, you know, backdoor let the streamer know that you're also a Marble streamer. Even if you're not a Marble streamer, that you're just another streamer in general. All right? It's a harsh reality, but in general, there's so many self-promo channels and so many Discords. Everybody pretty much mutes a self-promo channel that's not their own Discord. That's just the way it is. Marbles, actually, I want to show you guys. Marbles has a great feature. And Marbles might be the one other thing that I think does it a little bit differently. And probably because they're aware of the fact that no one was reading the self-promo channel, Marbles, they decided to do something else. So I wanted to show you guys something, actually. There we go. So this is the Marbles Discord, right? You can see that, Marbles on Stream Discord, Pixel by Pixel Discord. I will post a link in the chat for YouTube, or in the comments in YouTube. So the Pixel by Pixel Discord has this, has something that you'll see. It's like called Marblers Live. And essentially there's a series of things that you got to make sure you're doing. You see on the right side here, you have Marblers Live, right? Oh, my mouse is a little off centered. That's okay. But on the right side, you'll see above me, there's all these people who have Marblers Live, Air, B, A, and B, Audio, Celestia. So what do you have to do? You have to make sure your Discord is connected. Doesn't say the exact rules. Here it is. So it says make sure your Discord is connected. It shows that you're live. You turn on streamer mode. And then if you stream 7 hours in the past 7 days of Marbles, while you meet all these requirements, meaning your Discord's open, it's connected to your Twitch and connected to your Marbles, and you stream for 7 hours and 7 days, it will automatically shout you out on this Marblers Live channel. It'll just shout you out when you go live. They'll automatically do it. And you'll get to pop up here on the right side over here above. All these people are currently live. LT, El Chibato, Panther Gal, they're all live playing marbles. So before we had this channel that we just spammed, your go live, go live message. Hey, come roll with me, blah, blah, blah. Ain't no one read that shit. I'm sorry. None of us were reading it. But this system I think is amazing because it shows people who are like committed, who are like doing it every day or doing it on a regular basis. And it's automatic. You don't have to post it. They'll do it for you. I would say another thing is reaching out to the right people, right? Like, this is why I say you have to go around to the community and get to know the community kind of first. Aside from like introducing yourself to the people in the community, you get a good scope of who's who in the community. I mean, it's no secret. Some of us have more reach than others. Some of us have been around longer, are big about promoting other fellow streamers. So if you see there's streamers who do that kind of thing on a regular basis, reach out to them, right? Obviously, I personally don't think you should do it in like chat while they're live per se. If the opportunity presents itself, then yeah, like, if they happen to be chatting about events or something like that, and you're like, can I tell you about an event I'm holding? Get to know, kind of feel out if it's okay for you to do that live in chat. But in general, I would say the best way is to DM them in Discord and be like, hey, what's up? DJC, I have this event that's coming up soon. And I'd really help you, hope you could help me get the word out. Like, here's a poster that I have. If you want to show it on your show or on stream, I'd really appreciate it. Or like tweet about it. I love it, right? And this is like the other thing. This is like, we talked about social media, and I don't want to get into it because I went on a rant last week. But yes, also on social media, right? Now, another thing that I want to talk about is self-promo for like an event and self-promo from when you're going live is also two very different things, right? You don't want to like DM somebody or tag somebody every single time they go live on social media or in Discord or whatever. You don't want to just like ping somebody every single time, be like, hey, I'm live, and like DM them while you're on Discord. That's going to get annoying, because if that happened to you, you get annoyed too, right? Like if you're on Twitter and you're like, you have your Go Live feed, Go Live thing, don't like tag every single person that you know. As somebody else who like has had that happen to, like you don't enjoy that. You're like, why is this person tagging me every single time I'm going live? You could tag me if you have a big event coming up like in the future and be like, I want to let you know about this. I don't mind that. That's totally fine. But like, you don't tag somebody every single time you go live. I just want to make that clear. So yeah, you feel out, you build a relationship with that person, and you feel out if it's okay for you to like tell them about what's going on, especially if it's live in chat. Like I said, I really think you should do it more in a DM first in general. And if it's a Marble streamer, I'm going to say like 90% of the time, 99% of the time, we're like, sure, like, of course I'll shout you out. Like for an event, I've shouted out people who are literally holding an event the same day at the same time that I am. Because I'm like, they were kind enough to ask me, right? I'm going to like support them any way I can, because I know that when it comes time for me to get an event out there, they're going to see it and they're going to want to help me as well. So it's like you build that relationship with your fellow streamers. And hello, anyone else I'm missing? Holy moly, we had a huge raid from Shens. I'm sorry, Shens, I was ranting. Thank you so much, Shens. Welcome, guys. This is a perfect segue. Shens just raided me. This is the other way, kind of, other way of getting your name out there. Is this like raid somebody, host somebody. I mean, I don't care if it's like a zero viewers. Host somebody, raid into somebody to let them know. Yes, I did, Shens. We're going to shout it out. We're going to shout it out at the end of the episode. Yes, I did. And see, Shens is great at self-promoting. Look at that. He saw an opportunity to get his name out there and get his event shouted out, and look at that. And that's because he and I have a good relationship already. And he's like, anytime I got something, I'm going to let this guy know. So raiding into somebody is like another great way to get your name out there. And so a lot of times I've discovered people just because they raided into me. I'm like, oh, this is somebody who was in my stream before, but I had no idea they were a streamer. Raiding somebody and hosting somebody might be one of the easiest ways for you to just let somebody know you're also a streamer. I don't know. What else do you guys have as far as tips that you might have? Tilting, becoming a great tilter. Yes, Nurak is right. Becoming a tilter in the marbles community, being proficient at it will definitely get your name out there. The leaderboards, right? Even though you might not be a grinder, but if you could somehow get your name up there in the top 50 or whatever, other streamers will look through sometimes to check to see where they are, and they're like, oh, I didn't know that, Shen's TV was a tilter. Look at him, he's like really high on the leaderboard, or like Nurak's up there and the really high on the leaderboard. Like that's like the leaderboard. Actually, this is, again, I'm gonna go say it, no one looks at the leaderboard unless it's somebody else who's also interested in the leaderboard. So you're gonna find like-minded people who are also streamers on the leaderboard who are curious to see where they are. And then when they're scrolling through, they'll be like, oh, I recognize that name. He's been in my chat and he's been playing, but I had no idea he was a streamer. Look, he's a top 50 or a top 100 streamer. There you go. That's another great way that like is kind of like, you didn't know you were going to get your name out there. This kind of goes back to the same way map building. You had no idea that doing something like that could get your name out there, but that's actually one of the ways that Marbles works differently than other games, is that just by being on the leaderboard like that, and just by being a map builder, things within the game utilize those tools that the game provides you to get your name out there in the Marbles community. Tilt mode is even better. Tilt mode only shows a small amount of streamers and tilters. It's not even like a full list of where everyone is. It's only a short list of all the tilters that are out there. But man, if you could get yourself out there in the top 10, top 20, you better believe that'll get your name out there, right? So these are like backdoor ways for you to get your name out there in Marbles community. See, yeah, it's different in Finland when it's so small a country. Language is a big thing also, yes. Yeah, and every grinder wants to be on stream. In general, I think tilting is a great way to get your name out there as well. See, if you go, you can also English, you can get so many more players. That's true. If you could also, yeah, speak English, you'll get a lot of players as well. But I think, yeah, Marbles is great. It's become international. But yeah, we have our little niche. Find your niche, right? We have little groups with small groups within the larger Marbles group. So I honestly think there's like, you'll find other similar like-minded streamers and community that is like yours and get to know those people and, you know, get your name out there. That's really what it is. Hello, Northstar, how you doing? I think we'll wrap it up. That's a pretty good little breakdown, I think, of all the things you need to know about how is it different in Marbles, self-promoting as it is outside of like Twitch in general. But, you know, I'll reiterate. It's exactly what I said at the beginning, is that Twitch has its own set of rules, but we operate inside Twitch and we have our own rules as well. But don't forget that just in general, it's that you're going into somebody's home, right? Their stream is their home. You're going to their house. You're telling them, like, you know, you behave the way you want your guests in your house behave, right? So like always kind of look at it from that mentality. I know it's very difficult and it seems like it's gatekeeping. It seems like people are being like stingy and whatever, and not wanting to help, but I guarantee you it's different than, oh no, stream's not ending. We're just ending the episode for this episode of the Marbles update that we're doing. Yeah, you have to get out there and you have to get your name out there. And I know it seems like it's gatekeeping, but that's not what's going on, right? And it's definitely different in Marbles. It's 100%. It works differently in Marbles, I think. And I again, it goes back to the idea of the way we're in, the atmosphere we started in, kind of. And that's great, actually, because I have no fear of helping promote anyone in the community. I think that the rising tide raises all ships, as they say, the rising sea, whatever that phrase is, raises all ships. So like by helping others grow, I can only help myself grow. And that's really a philosophy you have to look at, especially when it comes to Marbles, especially because it's a game that's like, honestly, we're still in its infancy. We're 3 years in. I still say that Marbles is in its infancy. We're still growing, you know, but it's a steady growth. So that's what I like about it. See, I rate that my communities gets more streams, not so that I get more noticed. Right. And you raid because you want to help other people in the community, right? But I'm saying that's also a great way for you to get noticed. If we're talking about the techniques for like a cold introduction, and you're like just getting to know a streamer and you kind of want to ease in there, is you get in there and you be like, ask them a question. Like you're a new Marble streamer, you know, even if you might already know the answer, go in there and be like, hey, I was wondering, how do you like do this or that? You know, and be like, I'm new to Marbles and like I didn't really know how to do this, and like, could you help me out or whatever? What a great way for you to like kind of get in there sneakily that, oh, I'm a streamer also, I'm just starting out, but like I'm here coming to you for help. Like, can you show me how to do something? Most of us are looking for opportunities as streamers to help others anyways in general, and especially in Marbles. So when we hear somebody come in and be like, ask us for help, number one, it shows that they respect you as another streamer. Number two, they know that you're a knowledge base. And number three, they're polite enough to at least ask you before they blab out that they're also streaming. So that's like a great way to come in. Even if you're not exactly sure if you know how to do something, or you might even know it, you'd be like, hey, GJC, I didn't know how to like set up a leaderboard. Could you show me how to do that real quick? Or like, could you help me out with that? Or GJC, I'm trying to figure out how to combine two leaderboards. Is there something you could do to like, do you have a tutorial? Things like that achieve so many things with just that one comment in chat. First, it shows you respect them. Two, that you know that they're knowledgeable. And three, that you are nice enough not just to blab out. Okay, then many know English, but the problems with learning other languages. That is true. But I think that in general, Marbles has become so international that I'm starting to see little like niches of different languages and stuff like that. So you just have to find there. If you're streaming Marbles, I don't care which country you're in. If you're able to stream Marbles, I'm sure there's somebody who's like from your country who's also playing it. There's gotta be. It's just you don't know, or not in your exact country, but like in your general region, maybe You just don't know it yet, right? Like there's like millions of us playing this game. So I know like that sounds like exaggeration, but that's not true. There's just so many people out there. And we're not even talking about if you want to look at it so from a small lens of marbles, sure. But then if you look at it from like the larger lens of like outside of marbles, then like you need to be willing to go outside of marbles to self-promote and get your name out there, right? Go into playing somebody who plays Fortnite or somebody who plays Hearthstone or somebody who plays Cyberpunk or something like that, who speaks the same language as you, and get to know them. Because then if for some other reason they're like, hey, I want to host somebody else who's a Finnish speaker, for example, but I don't know anyone else who's on that is a Finnish speaker, but that's playing my game. But hey, look, I know somebody who speaks Finnish, but is playing this other game that seems kind of fun, that's interactive, and it's called Marbles, and maybe my community will enjoy that. Let's go right into that. So, like, don't be scared to go outside of the ecosystem of Marbles itself also. You all know I spend the majority of my time, actually, honestly, probably more than 50% of my time on Twitch outside of the Marbles community. I came from the Hearthstone community, so a lot of my friends are still there. So, but in the Marbles community, you better believe if anyone's heard about Marbles, in the Hearthstone community, I mean, that like my name pops up pretty fast. Because everyone knows GJC plays Marbles. If for some reason there's a Hearthstone player that I know, for some reason they ever want to know something about Marbles, they know I'm the person to talk to. And now we're talking about self-promo of the game that you play, not necessarily just the self-promo of your stream and your community, right? Like, this game cannot grow unless we start branching out to other genres and other people and reaching out to other communities. I know we get very stuck in our own little Marbles world, and that's great and stuff like that. But like, we don't get the word of this game out here just by staying in our own little ecosystem. So self-promote the game, self-promote yourself, self-promote your community. Make sure you got a social media presence. My God, I like cannot stress that enough. I know I went on a crazy rant, and everyone loved that. Everyone said that was the best part. It was the part where GJC like popped off. It was like, get yourself a Twitter account. Why do you not have a Twitter account? Get yourself a Twitter account. In Finland, Twitter is kind of useless. In Twitch, Twitter is the most important way for you to get to know people and get your word out there. It's the fastest way. Everyone in Twitch uses Twitter. Nurak, get yourself a Twitter. Honestly, get yourself a Twitter. It's what most people on Twitch use for social media because of the shit. Mind my language. Of the shit of discoverability of Twitch. The best way for you to get discovered is actually outside of Twitch on things like YouTube and other social media, Instagram, Twitter. That type of stuff, Discord, that is actually your best avenue of getting discovered. Your Twitch channel has a better chance of getting discovered outside of Twitch than it does inside of Twitch. So get yourself social media. So it's easier for me to do this next segment, which is our Marble Events of the Week. Look at all these people with Marble Events, sponsored events. All right, first, we got, let me see what we got. We got Guru happening right now. I think it's still happening. It might be ending now. Guru. Titan. This is awesome. Look at that badass poster. I'm impressed. Let's see. Raver's Ball, which is happening right now. Monday, December 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's still going. Best fashion show party outfit. Woo! I love it. People incorporating fashion show. The new feature. Or we'll be getting some coins too. So if you look good, you're going to be getting some coins there. With music from DJ Titan, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people going through this DMCA stuff, finding great outlets and great ways to do it. I'm going to talk about that because you guys know GJC DMCA King of Marbles. We'll talk about that in another episode. I've been thinking about that. Guru, that's today. Tomorrow we have sponsored event from Sin. Get Sin up. Sin is from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sinister Plans as an event, the Tuesday the 15th. And then on Wednesday, Slick Lithium as an event. And I like I said, I looked for posters on these people, and I couldn't find anything on social media or Twitter. So I do not have posters for these people. But you know, this goes back to the self promo and getting your word out there that we talked about last week. So Slick Lithium, December 16th, Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. That should be fun. Slick is awesome. Then we have Gingerbread Beauty on the 17th, Thursday the 17th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I don't think I saw a poster for her either. MSL Ray Race, Enders, Kitty Hawk. The Wright brothers changed history. Look, Enders, look at this stuff that Enders put on there. Like, look at it. He like lets you know what it is. The celebration of the flight back in December 17th of 1903. The Wright brothers changed history. He puts in like a little description of what's going on. Like, wonderful. I love it. Oh yeah, sponsored event. Ken, what up? Let's go to that poster. I showed it last week. We'll show it again. Look at that. Guy had his poster out 2 weeks ahead. A+. I give it 5 stars. Beautiful poster. Had it out early. Shows you all the coins. Tells you the idea of what's going on for his tournament. Even 11th place getting some coins. Bring your own beer. Some of us don't drink, but that's okay. Like, got his tournament out 2 weeks ahead of time. Amazing job, Ken. Well done. A+. Whoa! Smebity with the raid! Smebity, how was your event? Smebity, Smebity. How was your event? Smebity had a great event also today. Welcome, guys. We're just going over some of the marble events of the week. Ken, we're showing your poster. I gave you an A+ of 5 stars out of 5. Welcome, guys. I see my face. That's right. You're just watching me. Smebity, how was your event? Smebity, who also had an event today. Of course. So Ken, A+, had his poster out early, 2 weeks ahead of time, which is like the Goldilocks opportunity, time that you want to get your art out there. Never too early. So make sure you guys are there with Ken. 11th place also getting coins, like I said. Some spin the wheel for VIP channels. So it's like very well done. It shows you all the things that you need to know about the tournament or the event that he's hosting. All right. Shen's TV. This is like what's great about Shen's is like he also lets you know what time it is, what event is going on. 200 coins per pixel by pixel coins for the first intermission, another 200. Yep. So he lets you know there's a chance for you to win. All the things that are happening. 500 marble coins for the winner. It's going to be Friday, December 18th, 7 o'clock. Race begins at 7:05. So he's going to give you guys 5 minutes to load in. And this is Shen's new 1 hour track that he's going to debut. And we got an event for it. It's pretty awesome. So make sure you guys check that out. So on Friday, it's Ken at noon and then Shen's at 7 p.m. Smebity, did you do mine? Well, yours already started when I got here, but we could show Smebity's. Do you want to see Smebity's poster? It is pretty awesome. I'm a fan of it. Let's look at it real quick. There we go. It's got the Pac-Man in it. Monday, the 14th, from 5 to 7. 23 races. First place, 300 coins. Who won? Who won this tournament / event? Then we have on Saturday, Kane Aussie, Saturday, September 19th, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. This is like obviously geared towards people who are night owls because this is pretty freaking late in the middle of the night. But if you live in Australia, it's just the right time for you. Kane Aussie, 3 a.m. to 5, Saturday, December 19th. Boojucks, our French streamer, the Rabbit King himself, has an event Saturday, December 19th, 10 a.m. to noon. Make sure you guys hop in on the action with him. And then we'll leave off with, let's look at a couple more. We have Jarumba has an event on Sunday, December 20th, 8 to 10. And then Lepidly has a event on Monday, December 21st from 9 to 11. And I wanted to go over a few other ones that are not official events. Actually, Panther Gal, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Not even an official event, has wonderful media and poster out there already. Panther Gal is doing an event on the 18th, December 18th, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm assuming she meant 9 p.m. However, it starts on the 18th, 9 a.m. It's her 1-year anniversary. These are some of the cool things that she's going to be playing. It's a 24-hour stream. Oh, okay, never mind. She does mean 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. Central, which is 10 Eastern. She's doing a 24 1-hour stream anniversary. Woo! Could be 24 hours. It is 24 hours. Oh my goodness. Good for you, Panther Gal. Good luck with that. You never catch me doing a 24-hour stream, but man, she has done 24-hour streams before. That's perfect. Woo, that's insane, though. I'm gonna be there for the Mario Kart, that's for sure. Next event, Bugle Boy Gaming. It's got something also happening on the 18th. Oh my god, the 18th is a popular day. You and Shenz and Ken are gonna have some competition, but that's okay. That's just how it is nowadays. Oh no, this is on December 19th. Sorry, this is on December 19th. 6 a.m. TIL, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bugle Boy Gaming is doing a BBG Holiday Bash Blackout Bling, giving out some gear, I'm assuming. Some nice things for the holidays. Cool. So make sure you guys are there, December 19th. It's supposed to be bingo. Ooh. So yeah, and I don't even care. Like if you don't like, if you're not really playing marbles, but you still have an event and you're like in the marbles community, I will still shout out your stuff. Like Oxide, Twilight Rollers. I love it. Beautiful poster. You recognize. Okay, this is another thing we gotta talk about is like the consistency, right? Is that he always Twilight Rollers is something that him and Sarah have always done. Oxide and Sarah have always done the Twilight Rollers, and like the poster hasn't changed that much. So literally, like without even having to like read it carefully, as I'm scrolling through Twitter, because he has a Twitter, as I'm scrolling through Twitter, I've already like, as soon as I saw that picture, and I instantly knew Twilight Rollers tournament coming around this season. Sunday, December 20th, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, midnight Central, 4 p.m. AEST, Australia time. You know Oxide. Oxide is our middle of the night OG, dude. Oxide has been rolling that time slot since I started playing marbles. So more than 2 years now, almost. So immediately you could tell it's very recognizable. Some cash prizes coming in. There you go. And you can see. Oh, you made a nice Christmas tree for that yesterday? Nice. And 23rd, Vic. My name Vic has an official event. We shouted this out last week. I'm going to do it again because she got her poster out early. Like I said, if you get your poster out early and I see it or you get it to me on social media, send it to me in Discord, I will shout it out every episode up to your event. So December 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. 100. First place is going to get 350, second 200, third will get 100, and fourth through 10 will also be getting coins, 50 coins each. So this is almost right before the holidays. I'm assuming it's got a holiday theme, but beautiful cats. I loved it. And then Sleepy Pan! Sleepy Pan! Sleepy Pan will be, let's see, cash prizes, Sleepy Pan's holiday hangout, win cash prizes and merchandise, have a place to hang out for the holidays. December 24th, 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. December 25th, noon to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Win these holiday marble skins. Beautiful. You got yourself the gingerbread and the snowman. And we all know Sleepy. I love that emote. Beautiful poster. I believe it was done by Shabunya Gaming. Yeet Queens. Amplitude TV. This Monday, December 28th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Amplitude, awesome. Most eliminations wins. There's a $1,000 coin prize pool. So a beautiful way to turn around your flip your idea around and decide to do something different, which is most eliminations wins. I love it. What a great idea. So you want to get eliminated on this one. Tournament. It's clever. BubbleBabs. This is really cool. BubbleBabs is hosting an unofficial 2020 Marbles on Stream Awards. The 30th December, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. GMT. Great idea. If you guys want to vote for this event, you can make sure you guys get to BubbleBabs' Twitter. I have already voted. There's some things like categories like Marbler, who deserves to be highlighted, track builder, best tilter, things like that. So let me grab that link for you guys real quick if you guys are curious. But there you go. Another person hosting I believe it's an unofficial tournament. It's an unofficial event, but it's a great idea. I really like this idea. So make sure you guys are doing that. Let me get the link for you guys real quick so you can vote on it. And finally, Tilt Tournament coming up. Yes, Tilt Tourney coming up this week. Those of you who don't know, we have a Tilt Tournament Discord. Make sure you guys are all getting into it. There's the link for that. The event is going to be happening soon. Let me get the official time. Here's the link. Signups are now available right now. December 19th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe it's 11 until 2. Hosted by yours truly, GJC and Spoo. Shens, though, did a lot of the work. So this is the Discord channel. You could see all the famous tilters who are already in there. But yeah, Saturday, December 19th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So start signing up now. If you have any questions, the Discord channel for Tilt Tournament is there for you guys to get into. All right. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate all the support. We'll try to do this next week again, probably on Monday. December's super busy. Yeah, there's a lot of events going on. So you guys make sure you check it out. December is super busy. Let's crank some races. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching.